Hi everybody! I hope you're having a good day, and today is Good Friday. I have to be honest, it's one of the days during the year when my heart is the heaviest because I think of the magnitude of what happened on this day so many years ago and how it changed everything for everyone here on earth, not just those who follow Jesus, but everyone, because it gives us hope and it gives us just a way to live our life in a more complete way. And so earlier this week on Wednesday for Walk in Faith, I shared a passage from John about the crucifixion, about Jesus carrying the cross. That's what this week has been about, is the cross, leading up to today. And there are other stories of the crucifixion and the moments leading up to it and afterwards in several of the Gospels, including Matthew, Luke, and Mark. And I just wanted today to read to you from Luke, and it is chapter 23, verses 26 through, we'll just see where we end up. So starting with verse 26. As they led Jesus away, a man named Simon, who was from Cyrene, happened to be coming in from the countryside. The soldiers seized him and put the cross on him and made him carry it behind Jesus. A large crowd trailed behind, including many grief-stricken women. But Jesus turned and said to them, "Daughters of Jerusalem, don't weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children, for the days are coming when they will say, 'Fortunate indeed are the women who are childless, the wombs that have not borne a child, and the breasts that have not nursed.' People will beg the mountains, 'Fall on us,' and plead with the hills, 'Bury us.' For if these things are done when the tree is green, what will happen when it is dry?" Two others, both criminals, were led out to be executed with him. When they came to a place called the Skull, they nailed him to the cross, and the criminals were also crucified, one on his right and one on his left. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing." And the soldiers gambled for his clothes by throwing dice. The crowd watched, and the leaders scoffed. "He saved others, they said. Let him save himself if he is really God's Messiah, the chosen one." The soldiers mocked him too by offering him a drink of sour wine. They called out to him, "If you are the King of the Jews, save yourself." A sign was fastened above him with these words, "This is the King of the Jews." One of the criminals hanging beside him scoffed, "So you're the Messiah, are you? Prove it by saving yourself and us too while you're at it." But the other criminal protested, "Don't you fear God even when you have been sentenced to die? We deserve to die for our crimes, but this man hasn't done anything wrong." And then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus replied, I assure you today you will be with me in paradise." By this time it was about noon, and darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. The light from the sun was gone, and suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down the middle. Then Jesus shouted, "Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands," and with those words he breathed his last. When the Roman officer, seeing the execution, saw what had happened, he worshipped God and said, "Surely this man was innocent." And when all the crowd that came to see the crucifixion saw what had happened, they went home in deep sorrow. But Jesus' friends, including the women who had followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching. And so this is the real meaning of today, about Jesus' sacrifice, what he did for us. And it's one of the reasons that my heart is heavy on this day every year, because I have seen portrayed how he suffered. I have read the word in the Bible about what he went through, and all he wanted to do was share his Father's message with us to help us in some way. And the best thing about knowing and reading this is that I have read further on, and I know what's coming on the third day. And I just want to encourage you, if you don't know the story, if you don't know what happened, that you read that continuation in one of the Gospels that I've mentioned, and that you see what happened to Jesus on the third day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, that you get to enjoy time with your friends and family, and that you can truly rejoice on Sunday when it's Easter Sunday and you can say He is risen. Have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon.